School is the most important thing in your life. And while I hate school, I got a PhD. And I hate school. I hate everything about it. So somebody say, E, if you hate school so much, why you get a PhD? Because I hate school, but I love options. You can have average skill, but you can't have average will. You can't have average will. Like your will has to be phenomenal. You have to see basketball as the gateway. It's like a passport. Basketball is just your way to get in, and then once you get in, boom, then you dominate. So I'm telling you, you're not taking a test because they're giving you the test. You're taking a test that's about to change your life, your mama's life. And I know if you take the test serious, you'll kill it. When you go through your go-through, your siblings are watching you. When you go through your go-through, your friends are watching you. When you go through your go-through, your parents are watching you. And people will use your strength to get through their stuff.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, E.T. Welcome to another edition of Free. You heard me, free. You heard me, free99.com. Knowledge is the new money. Get you some. Knowledge is the new money. I just got a new book. Y'all, I just got a new book. I opened the book up, took it out to Amazon Prime package, right? Opened it up. Was on my way out the crib. I was like, let me just read a sentence or two. And I read a sentence or two, and it said something like, poverty, y'all. You can't have thoughts of wealth. Like you can't talk wealth, think wealth, want wealth, but then you entertain poverty thoughts, right? You can't do it. It's like if all your thoughts have to be concentrated on that one thing, and if you do it and you concentrate on it on a long period of time, I'm telling y'all it's gonna happen. And this is why I want to talk about what I want to talk about today. B, just sound the alarm, B. Just sound the alarm. You coming off with the cup. Never trust your fears. They don't know your strengths. A clap on the right side. A clap on the left side. A clap up top and a clap at the bottom, y'all. Come on. Listen to me. Never trust your fears. They don't know your strengths. Never trust your fears. They don't know your strengths. Come on. Powerful. All right, so do me a huge favor. Like, forget about it. Fear is not real, y'all. Forget about it. We're not focusing on fear no more. Why? Because fear don't know what you're capable of. Fear don't know what you can handle, right? And here's the deal. Fear is really trying to rob you of showing the world what you're capable of, because fear is telling you, stop, quit. Fear telling you stop, quit before you even get started. Stop, quit, don't do it. Like fear is so afraid of you realizing who you are, right? Fear is because once fear realizes you know who you are, you're gonna get rid of fear. Fear does not want to leave. Fear does not want to be evicted. Fear just wants to lay around for free. Fear just want to come be in your life and disrupt and destroy your life. Fear don't mean you no good. And fear knows that if you figure out how strong you are, fear knows if you become one with your strengths, fear knows if you acknowledge you could do all things, fear knows if you step into who you are, fear knows if you become who you were destined to become, you're going to get rid of fear altogether. Fear shouldn't even be in our vocabulary. It is not real. It is false evidence of being real. It is fake. Fake it in a $3 bill. It's fake. Fake it in a wooden quarter. It's fake, y'all. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. And so I want you to take fear out of your vocabulary. It's not real. Get it out because it's killing us, right? B, sound the alarm. I got one more for y'all. Sound the alarm. Thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. Thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. So here's what I want y'all to do. Think, act. Think, act. Think, act. That's the rotation right there for me. We put it in rotation. We ain't think, because you'll think your way into fear. You'll think your way into anxiety. You'll think your way into loss. You'll think your way into poverty. So it's think, act, think, act, think, act, think. Think, E. Think, E. Man, I'm ready to go to the next level. Act. Go get your GED. Think, E. Man, I'm ready to go to another level. Act. Go get your 4-year degree. Think, E. Think. Man, I'm ready to go to another level. Go get your master's degree. Think, action. Think, action. Man, I still feel like I got more I could do, B. I feel like that's the door, the opportunity. Think, E. Think, E. PhD. You see that? Think, act. Think, act. Think, act. Think, act, not think, and then you think your way out of something. Your thinking, your fear is so strong that it's trying to get you to think yourself out of the opportunities that you could easily get if you believed. That's self-care. You believed. So it's your boy E.T. Remember, okay, let's do that one more time. That sucker. Never trust fear. Never trust fear. He don't know your strengths. She don't know your strengths. Remember, it's your boy E.T. Your next level of greatness is based on your confidence in yourself, your belief in yourself, your value in yourself. So do me a favor, overcome the fears, make your dreams become a reality. And remember, it may take small steps, but small steps equal great distances. Now you know. Let's go.
Knowledge is the new money. Get you some. Dr. Eric Thomas, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. We are here. Before we start, host Quincy Harris. I want to talk about complaining. Students, please try to minimize the things you complain about and the consistency in which you complain, because sometimes complaining will get people say, you know what, I did all this for you, and you know, I'm gonna just take that away. Or it's a teacher. Teachers are human too, right? Yeah. You keep complaining, oh, I didn't know that. You too can break the teacher down. So just really minimize the complaining that you do in your life. I'm telling you, like, I've had to tell my kids that over and over.
You work in my nerve.
Yeah, yes, I understand that term now. Like, working my nerves. It's crazy.
Literally, you working my nerve.
Yeah. Today, we are going to talk about dealing with fear. Talk to us, E.
You know what? It shouldn't even be a topic. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shouldn't even be in writing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not real. It took me 40-some years to realize it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? VeggieTales. You know what I'm saying? You know, what was VeggieTales thing? You know, bigger than the boogeyman or the monsters on TV. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it ain't real, bruh. Fear is not real. You know, and I have to say this so that people can get it. I didn't know I was an emotional creature. You know, shout out to the assessment, and I hope you're young enough or old enough to take it. But I didn't know that I was a feelings person. I didn't know I was emotional. You feel me? And so part of being emotional, if you're not on the right side of emotions, you know, you can create something that doesn't exist. And here's a funny thing about emotions, bro. Like, it's not empirical. It's not factual. You feel me? It's just like I woke up one day and was like emotional about my mom lying to me about my biological father, and I turned what she did into what I felt. It wasn't even real, bro. Like, my mom could have had an abortion. She got married. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what you get married for? That ain't my father. That ain't my father. You ain't my father. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I was fake. That was all fake. But I created this relationship with my father who raised me, even though he wasn't my biological father. He was in my life. Bruh, I destroyed the whole hookup because I was in my feelings. It wasn't real. And when I look back at my life, that's what I'm pissed most about. I wish half the stuff I was thinking, Kel, or feeling, I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. Half the stuff I was feeling, I wish it was right. It wasn't. I just was in my feelings. That's what fear is. Fear is you being caught up in some unreal feelings. It's not even real. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing, bruh, it's not real. You know, it's funny. You know, I'm just going to keep it 100. I'm charging $75,000 now after COVID, the Super Bowl commercial. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping 100 with you. And somebody was like, 75? I said, what's the problem? They was like, you really want me to say 75? I said, you really want me to get on a plane and almost put myself in the same way I'm about to kill myself? You know what I'm saying? Speaking Joe, 75? I might die, and that's it for my family. Do you really want me to come and give you my heart and really be able to pour into these people? 75? But I felt what they were feeling, because there was a time where I was like, well, how would they? And what? It's not real. And let me tell you why it's not real. It's not real because one person said 75. The other person said, where do we sign? Where do we sign? Yeah. Is he available on this day? And can he come at this time? You feel me? So fear is something that you make up. It's a feeling. It's not a fact. It has no empirical, scientific, evidential. You can't follow it. It's not real. So that's my thing. Now, the rest of them we know they're a little bit more educated than I am, so they gonna give you a little bit more help. But I'm just telling you, the stuff that you're afraid of, you'd be shocked when you uncover the boogeyman. He not there. The boogeyman is all up here.
Listen, Val, talk to us about dealing with fear.
All right, so I'm gonna couple it with something. So here's the thing: fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by your belief.
Yeah. Whose belief?
Yours. That's a mirror action. Like, you got to look at yourself. That's where that's what fear is. It's your emotions, really, because you're afraid of something. So it's coming from the inside. It's an inside job. And to my students that have the fear of taking AP classes, I hear it so often. You don't want to take the advanced, higher level courses because you want, I'm good right here. So you have that other kind of fear. You fear the challenge. And sometimes we fear success. But I want us to understand that that's an inside job. So when your teacher recommends that you take a higher level course, take the chance. Go for it. It's easier to come back down if you need to, but you're going to surprise yourself. It's easier when fear shows up that you push through, because on the other side of fear, 99% of the time is success.
Nice.
Hey, Val, what was that thing? Well, Val's my age. I don't know if they did it or not. But you go in the bathroom, Val, and you close the door, and there was this thing we'd say,
Bloody Mary, wasn't it?
Yeah. You supposed to say
or the Candy Man. Yeah, Bloody Mary or the Candy Man. You can't say
you said it 50 million times. You supposed to see it. I'm doggone sure you're gonna see it if you keep saying it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make yourself see something that ain't there. But I just don't go in the bathroom and see stuff. So I'm just saying, to your point about it's a self-belief, it's self-inflicted, it's self. So that's why I say it's not real, because it's something that you're mustering up. It hasn't already happened. It hadn't happened before, and you about to create it. And to me, that's the opposite of self-affirmation.
Exactly. It's an inside job. It's all your thoughts.
It is. Let's talk to Kel. Kel, talk to us.
Man, I don't know how many of y'all ever seen the movie After Earth. Will Smith, Jaden Smith. It's not a good movie. Let me just go on record and say that.
Okay. Because I haven't seen it. I was like, maybe I need to see it tonight.
It's not a good movie. But
disclaimer right there.
But the one good part of the movie is they had this very beautiful quote about fear, and I want to read it. It says, fear, this is Jaden talking to his son. I mean, this is Will talking to his son, Jaden, in the movie. He said, fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist. That is near insanity. Do not misunderstand me, though. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. And I thought that was so profound, because your fear is your body trying to protect you from something that hasn't happened yet or may not ever happen. You know what I'm saying? It's really trying to protect you from what you believe will happen. And I think it's almost like it could be a thin line between fear and self-sabotage. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Kel.
There's a thin line between fear and self-fulfilling prophecy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever imagine something bad was gonna happen? Like, I just feel it in my bone. Like, this ain't gonna work out. This ain't gonna work out. I'm afraid. And then it just don't work out. It ain't never, you know what I'm saying? And your fear, although there, is meant to test your confidence. Like, your fear is meant to act as an opposing force to the confidence, because in order to strengthen your confidence, you have to practice overcoming fear. Think about the first time you ever got on a roller coaster, standing in that line, and you're like, oh shoot, I'm at the front, and then you get on it, and what's the first thing you do? You can get off. Oh, I want to go.
I'm ready to get back on that joke. I'm ready to get back. Not stand in line, Kel. I am ready to get back on the roller coaster.
Fast pass. Yeah. You find a shorter line.
They didn't have fast pass when I was growing up.
Now, some rides, I'm still too afraid to get on. That dragster at Cedar Point, you're not catching me on it.
Yeah. Let me know about that one. I'm getting too old now for roller coasters.
You know? But that fear is literally there to act as an opposing force to your positive forces, because there's negative forces that work in your body. There's positive forces. Your positive forces can't strengthen themselves without being tested against the negative forces. So use the fear to practice overcoming things.
Yeah.
To practice even if it's a small fear.
Use the fear to practice overcoming fear.
Boom. You own to something, young Padawan. My young Padawan.
Say, oh, I'm afraid of dogs. Just walk up to a couple dogs and pet them. You're like, you know what? This might not be so bad. And that might lead you to, okay, I got to fear water. Let me hop in the swimming pool. Oh, I got to fear heights. So use the fear to practice overcoming things, to get stronger, because it's not going to go away until you confront it. And like Val said, the greatest things in life are on the other side of the things we're most afraid of.
Man, listen, Kel, just to piggyback off of you, man. When my mom was going through her cancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
I knew she was going to pass away.
Wow.
Right. And I was like, man, what else am I scared of? Right. I'm scared of my mom not being here. Right. I know it's going to happen, but I'm scared of her not being here. And I was lucky enough to have a job where I was like, man, what other things am I scared of? So I started making like a list. I was like, man, I'm afraid of heights. Right. So on TV, I went in a hot air balloon. Right. And we were the segment was so funny because I'm scared. I'm going through I'm overcoming my fears. It was supposed to be a 15-minute segment. I was in this hot air balloon for an hour. Right. Okay. Did that one. I was like, all right, what else? And then I felt good. Like you said, the roller coaster thing. Right. I felt good. Then I was like, I'm still afraid of heights. I scaled a 30-story building in Philadelphia.
Wow.
Right. Wow. So I did it. And then once I come and it was live on TV and I came down, I was like, oh, I'm ready to do this again. It made me, once I faced my fears, it made me stronger in other areas of my life. Another thing I would like to add to that about facing your fear is you have to identify when you're fearful. A lot of us don't identify when we're fearful. So what happens when you're fearful? We say start talking to yourself. We start talking to ourselves negatively, right? We're like, oh, I can't do this. I'm not this person. Oh, they gonna laugh at me. What happens if I do this? You have to identify that you're talking to yourself crazy. You have to identify like this is only fear. Stop talking to I'm putting the fear to the side. So you have to really identify. So I just like to say that, Kale, like, bro, like what you just said is exactly what I did. And then the second part of that is just please identify when you're scared. It's okay to be scared, but just identify that and push through. Our Charles Terry Jr., talk to us, bro.
All right. So now look, real quick disclaimer. Kale taught y'all to walk up to some dogs. Please do not walk up to random dogs. Maybe start at the pet shop with some puppies.
Yes.
A controlled adoption,
the zoo,
agency, a zoo, the petting area. Don't walk up to random dogs because that's not going to work out. Okay. I just wanted to clear that up real quick because if you walk up to little pit bulls and stuff, it might not work out.
Yeah.
You have to come back
and sue us.
Right.
Sue us because Kale said,
walk up to random puppies.
They smell
all of the
fear.
Words expressed by Kale on this podcast do not express the interest
my opinion only.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so we talk about fear. Everything. I mean, we've said enough already so far, but I'll say that don't allow your fear of what could happen make nothing happen. Okay, so just don't be afraid of just not doing anything and get stuck. Okay, so it goes back to what we talked about earlier in the week about being a self-starter. At least get started. Don't be afraid. Get started. And like we said, when you get off the roller coaster, you want to do it again. But at least you get started, get on the roller coaster, enjoy the ride, and then you'll be able to continue to make more achievements and make more leverage when you go and pet those small puppies at the zoo or somewhere. Okay. There you go.
Yeah. Listen, I love Charles Terry Jr. Because if you see, he is still on the clock holding down ETA. You know what I'm saying? Like, who needs a lawyer? You know what I'm saying?
CYA, you gotta cover it. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Cover your association. Yes. Talk to us, bro.
Yeah, no, that's it, man. Kel, he said it, y'all. Like, yo, go after it. Don't let it go after you. Go after it. Don't let it destroy you. And be careful, y'all. When it's in feeling stage, it's dangerous. You get to talking, and you talking in your feelings and you talking in fear and it's going out and it's attracting and it's bringing back to you, so just be careful. Q said it, keep it to yourself until you can figure it out. And then once you can figure it out, then start moving, but don't move in fear because you're not going to
Where are you going to? Do you like the things that fear is showing you? Where are you going to? You're not going to like what fear is showing you. So cut it and move in faith. You're going to like where faith is going to take you. Small steps, great distances. Now you know. Let's go.